Hi everyone, I'm Alexa. Thank you for being here. Today is kind of a crazy one. I know I didn't post yesterday. I apologize for that, but it has worked out in my favor because today we had some pretty shocking news. Shocking in the timing of it, not in the nature of it. So as you can see, I have some of my Everton stuff behind me today. This is the first scarf I ever got when I was a kid. This is my newest scarf. I just got this this April when I was over in Jolly Old. And then this one is the EFC NYC Supporters Club, a scarf I got a few years ago, and it's got, I was like, I was a big part of that. I'm still a part of it, but I obviously don't live in New York anymore. So I figured I would represent a little bit differently tonight. We had a game today, and it was an FA Cup third round game. It kicked off at what is 2 p.m. Central Time. I think it was 8 p.m. UK time, or thereabouts, somewhere in there. It might have been 1:45, but about 2 o'clock. This morning, at about 7, 8 a.m., whenever I saw it, breaking news through Twitter, people, not the actual club, but people who were like, from sources, this has happened, our manager was let go. Around noon, at least noon Central Time, so about 2 hours before the game, that was when I saw the official club statement. It might have come out a little bit early, but like earlier than that. But even if it came out at like 9 a.m., that's only 5 hours before kickoff. And that is, to me, such a weird timing for them to have done this announcement. Now, there is sort of a history. If you follow football, world football, Premier League especially, as the one I watch, struggling teams often have a boost in performance in the game or two after a manager is let go when they've been struggling. There's sort of a boost with that new manager that comes in. So I don't know, and this is something I probably could have Googled, but it's been a week and I'm just trying to get this out there, trying to put my thoughts together a little bit and stick with my, well, you know what I'm doing. I'm doing a video. I haven't looked to see if there's any data on how close to a game announcing this thing will, whether announcing it closer helps more, or if announcing it 2 days is the optimal time to give them, the players, a time to get over the shock. If announcing it right before stops them from being in shock and upset by the news. Like, I don't know if any research or data analysis has been done on that optimal time frame. You would think, you would hope that these multi-million-dollar clubs have someone who does that type of data analysis for such massive decisions, like firing and hiring the coach, the manager, right? You would hope. So maybe there is. I'm sure there are people out there who are way more statistics, data people than me. I do my best and I do quite well with it, but it's not something I literally sit there and do all day, every day. I'm curious, so I probably will Google it at some point. Is just how I roll. I'll look something up eventually when it piques my interest enough. In the news today, so most of the time when they let a manager go, what they do is they actually put an interim manager in charge. We actually have 2 interim managers, 2, and I am very happy for them. I'm also worried. Well, let me get into who they are. So our club captain, Seamus Coleman, and a former left back, current under 18s coach, Leighton Baines, both club legends. And when I say legends, I mean legends. They will go down in the history of our club as just phenomenal. I feel sort of privileged that I was able to watch Leighton Baines, Stephen Pienaar link up on that left side, to see his free kicks, some of the goals he did. I just absolutely privileged. And Seamus Coleman is still playing, so I'm still able to watch him when he gets time on the field. And they have, without a doubt, given everything for our club. They have put it all out there on the pitch. Every time they played, they knew what it meant to us as Everton fans and what we want to see when our players are playing. The most frustrated and upset and angry that I ever hear my fellow Blues is when we see a game and it looks like the players didn't care. I even get this when we win. People still are mad that they didn't care or didn't seem to care if a player was just like, no, whatever, right? We don't like that. Our motto, and you can see most of it on this scarf. It's a little hard to do this in reverse. It's not a mirror. Our motto is nil satis nisi optimum, and it means nothing but the best is good. Well, nothing but the best, right? Nothing but the best is good enough. We have not had that in several years. And Seamus has had injuries, and when he's not on the field, you notice his charisma and his attitude and his drive. When he is on the field, they bring other people up. They lift the rest of the team up. And Leighton was the same. And really, the team in that 2008, 2010 sort of time frame, it was such a privilege to watch them. We had so many players that understood the importance to the fans of the attitude and the work ethic. And when you put that blue shirt on and you step on that pitch, that's what we want to see. So Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman were both within that team. And we did win today. We won 2-0. It is not a league game. It is an FA Cup third round. We played Peterborough, who are not in the Premier League. At least I don't think so. I've said it out loud now, and now I'm questioning myself, but I'm like, they're not. They're not in. They have been in the past. They're not right now, I don't think. 99% sure. Yeah, I'll go fact check it later. I'll fact check myself. This was not. We should have won this game. We should have won this game easily. I was unfortunately in a meeting during most of the game, so I was only able to really see sort of updates on my phone. I am going to see what other fans say about the game, whether there was a little bit of a boost, a little bit of change in attitude, how late I've seen a picture of Leighton and Seamus on the sidelines, and their energy came through the picture. It was very different than some of the pictures I've seen of Sean Dyche on the sidelines. And listen, he helped us avoid relegation more than once in the past couple seasons. And I am forever grateful that he was able to do that and to lift the team out of the hole that they were in when he took over. Our form has been not good. And yes, we have had a run of really tough games, but it's the Premier League. You are going to have every game a fight on your hands. Every single game. It doesn't matter whether they're in the top half of the table, whether they've spent the most. It doesn't matter. The people on those teams want to be there and want to stay there. It's always going to be a difficult game, no matter who you're playing. And you have to find a way to win. You have to find a way to win. So I am cautiously optimistic. The only name I've really seen thrown around was, I want to say it's Graham Potter. I know the last name's Potter, but I want to say he just got announced as the new manager of another club. So I don't really know who is in consideration, who people are talking about for in consideration. Oh, no, I did see someone had posted something about Jose Mourinho, and I was like, I really don't see that happening, more because of what I know about Mourinho and not about Everton. But like, I feel like he likes London and he would come back, or he'd want to coach and be a manager in a London club again. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. And hey, if he is, he is. I don't know that he's the Everton. I don't know that he has the same Everton attitude. And I think that that's what we've been missing in several of the managers we've had over the past 10 years, is they didn't get it. And some of them got it, but didn't have the managerial experience or hadn't developed their coaching style well enough. And listen, it is a very high pressure job. I get that. And a new manager is not going to have all the answers for these world class. I mean, these are national team players, and they might, whatever country they're playing for, they're still playing on their national team. They all have desire to play, to be on the field so that they can get the national team games, all of that. It's all a big thing, and you have to know how to manage people. I said this in my last video, leadership is about people, understanding people, and being able to coach individually and change your style for the person that you are talking to and with and helping. And people are going to need different things from you at different times. Sometimes, life changes and you need to go back to basics and look at the steps. And sometimes they've got all of that down and you need to give them something that ignites their passion more and give them a side project, like a side quest in life or whatever. I'll probably do another video when we do get a manager announced. It'll be interesting. I'm cautiously optimistic. The Friedkin Group has taken their time. I think they strategically did this regardless of the game today. I think they strategically did this with more time in the transfer window. Don't know if we'll be able to afford any players this window, but this was some breaking, shocking news today. So I figured, after being sick for a few days, not feeling up to it yesterday, it worked out today that I was looking for a topic, and this is one I can talk about, and that's what we got. If you made it this far, as always, I thank you. I know that, not all of my watchers follow Everton, and so if you don't, thanks for being here anyway, and yeah, I will see you all on the next one. Be kind to yourself.